Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. I am so thrilled you're here because today I'm going to be stepping in as your personal, highly supportive career counselor. We are focusing entirely on a huge, exciting milestone for any high school student, getting out there and landing your very first job. We're going to go through the exact chronological steps you need to take so that you can confidently walk into a business and secure that paycheck. All right, let's dive right into this. Getting your first job is a really big deal. I mean, it's a chance to earn your own money, learn new skills like teamwork and time management, and basically get your first real taste of the working world. But let's be totally honest for a second. It is completely normal to feel a little overwhelmed or even anxious when you're entering the workforce for the very first time. You're probably asking yourself, where do I even look? Or what do I even put on an application if I've literally never worked before? Well, let's start by addressing that common anxiety head on and making a solid plan. To make this process super smooth, we've broken this explainer down into 5 manageable steps. Your pre-job checklist, finding job openings, decoding job advertisements, mastering the application form, and finally, following up and interviewing. Let's kick things off right at the beginning with Section 1, your pre-job checklist. Okay, so before we even look at a single job board, we need to build a solid foundation. Look at just how much personal information you're expected to have memorized. When you fill out an application, it requires a lot of specific details. You need your full name, your home address, and your phone number, and make sure you actually include your area code. You're also going to need a professional email address. Our sources make a great point here. Avoid silly or funny email addresses. Just stick to something simple, like your first and last name. Now, if you live in the US, you'll be asked for your social security number or a similar national ID if you live elsewhere, so make sure you know where to find that safely. And finally, you need an emergency contact. That's the person who gets called if you have an emergency at work. So you'll need their name, phone number, and address ready to go. I highly recommend saving all these key pieces of information directly in a secure notes app on your phone. That way, you can just pull it out and fill out applications so much faster and without the stress. Got your info? Perfect. Moving on to Section 2, finding job openings. Now that your personal info is organized, it's time to actually actively search for businesses that are hiring. And you've got several really great options for finding that first gig. Online job boards like Indeed or Career One Stop, they're popular for a reason. You can browse hundreds of jobs right from your computer. Job fairs are also fantastic because employers set up tables specifically to meet job seekers in person. But please, do not underestimate simple, highly effective local methods like networking. Just casually telling your family, friends, or teachers that you're looking for a job can lead to amazing opportunities, like your cousin might actually know a manager hiring at a local cafe. Also, keep your eyes peeled for help wanted signs in the windows of your favorite local stores or at the mall. Those classic paper signs are still incredibly effective for teens. Finally, definitely tap into your school's resources. Transition teachers and counselors are quite literally there to help connect students to jobs. All right, so you found an open spot? That brings us to Section 3, decoding job advertisements. First up, let's quickly translate some of that essential vocabulary you're going to see everywhere, so you know exactly what you're signing up for. You are the applicant. That's the formal term for the person making a formal request for the position. That's you. The employer is the person or the company that's hiring people to work for them. And your job duties? Those are the specific day-to-day tasks you'll be doing to actually earn your money. Knowing this basic terminology is going to make reading job ads so much less confusing. Let's compare 2 real examples to see why reading these ads carefully really matters. On one hand, we've got Burger Bros, a fast food joint paying $11.50 an hour. The schedule requires weekdays after school and on weekends, and your job duties involve taking orders, running the register, and cleaning cables. Now, on the other hand, Happy Paws Pet Supply pays $13 an hour, but the hours are weekends and some evenings, and your duties are feeding animals, stocking shelves, and helping customers. By comparing real examples like these side by side, you can easily spot the critical details, like the hourly pay, your required schedule, and the specific daily tasks before you even hit apply. You always want to apply to jobs that fit your actual schedule and your interests. As one source notes, employers want people who actually want to be there. Okay, you found the perfect fit. Now for the main event, Section 4, mastering the application form. So, if you're tackling a good old-fashioned paper form like the header in this image shows, you got to start strong. Always make a neat professional impression by using a black or blue pen. Seriously, do not use pencil. It's also highly recommended to write in capital letters because printed words are just so much easier for the hiring manager to read than cursive. A neat application shows you actually care about your work. Oh, and here's a pro tip from our sources. If you make a mistake on a paper application, don't just scribble it out. Just politely ask for a new application and start over. As you're working your way through the form, please read all the directions carefully. Our sources emphasize that you must answer every single question. Don't leave anything blank. If a question truly doesn't make sense for your situation, like if they ask for a driver's license number and you don't drive yet, just write NA, which stands for not applicable. This tells the employer that, hey, you read the question, but it doesn't apply to you, rather than letting them assume you just carelessly skipped it. Now, here is the exact spot that usually trips up high school students. The application asks for your past work experience, and you might have absolutely none. Listen, this is incredibly important. If you have zero paid work experience, do not panic. You can absolutely list your school internships, club responsibilities, or volunteer opportunities. Have you volunteered at a local animal shelter? Have you helped organize a big school event? Those are highly relevant experiences that teach responsibility and teamwork, and employers absolutely love to see them. Just be honest about your skills and never, ever make things up or exaggerate. You submitted it. Our journey's not quite over yet, though. Let's look at Section 5, Following Up and Interviewing. After you turn in your application, you need to follow up. Taking the initiative to call or email the company a few days after applying is a massive game changer. It proves to the employer that you are genuinely engaged, meaning actively involved and interested in the position. Think about it. Most applicants just submit a form and sit around waiting. By following up, you immediately stand out from the crowd and show them you are serious about wanting to work there. Following up like that, it often leads straight to getting an interview. Now, an interview is simply a meeting where someone asks you questions to see if you're a suitable fit for the job. To make a fantastic impression, you have to prepare. Practice answering common questions aloud, like, what are your strengths and weaknesses? Or, why do you want this job? Practice with a friend, a parent, or honestly, just talk to yourself in the mirror to shake off those nerves. It is also vital to research the company beforehand. What do they do? What are their goals? Finally, prepare your own questions to ask the interviewer at the end. Asking questions shows that you're curious and fully engaged in the process. Listen, finding a job takes time and effort, and our sources remind us not to get discouraged if you don't get the very first job you apply for. Just keep trying. You now have the complete checklist, the vocabulary, and the winning strategy to stand out. You are fully equipped to tackle this milestone. So, think about the places in your own neighborhood. What local business is going to get your very first job application? Get out there, put these steps into practice, and take that first exciting step toward earning your own paycheck. Thanks so much for joining me in this explainer, and good luck.